Phobos is bigger than Deimos. By a lot, I think. I think Deimos is like just like a little pebble. It technically counts to moon, like it's not big at all, I think. IIRC. .5 miles in diameter. That's not very big, is it now? That is basically a pebble in terms of space. 7.5 miles in diameter. Do you even would you even stick to it at that point? It feels like you wouldn't. Okay, well, I guess if you stick to Phobos, you'd probably still stick to... Thanks. College tomorrow. Is it Tuesday? Alright, the day of reckoning is tomorrow. For most of you. Anyway. No day of reckoning for me. Let's play GD now, huh? Dun, 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 dun. 7 a.m. for you? What is that in the world? Like, Thailand or something? India? Philippines? Yeah, escape velocity is a lot different than just shooting into the air. Obviously, that's why you can't just like, you know, escaping or this thing is you gotta go really fast. You can't just like slowly meander up there. You know. Crusoe, thank you for the sub. Yeah, good status, good status. I liked it. Heck, you should get into Marble It Up Ultra. That's what we're all playing right now. It's really fun. I finally got out my Switch controller for the game. Yeah, you can get it on Switch. You probably, you know, it's probably easy. You have a capture card, you can just play it on the controller. Is this? Oh yeah, it's still plugged in, so I could technically probably just do this, right? Yeah, let's go. Nintendo Switch A button? I don't know. We have work to do. But yes, you can play it on the Switch. And I imagine you'd like it because it's fun, and you compete for the, you know, the best time and everything. But yeah, if you do get into it, let me know. There is a group chat for it. And in that group chat, there's this one course that like 2 or 3 of us have top 5 times in the world on. You can see that too. And that's been fun to compete on and work on. That was the Nintendo Switch controller. You can just plug it into your computer if you have a USB-C, I think. I don't know if it's a USB-C. It's a USB something. So many different controller USB types, you know. I still don't like the position of everything. Yeah, let's go. That's pretty validating, you know, hearing a grandma say that I'm a good role model. It's like the golden standard right there, you know. Yeah, that's pretty concrete approval right there. Stream isn't loading for you? Well, I guess I can't talk to you, so there's no point. Your grandma makes the best cookies. I'm sure we could all argue that our grandma makes the best cookies, parents to other grandmas. Let's be real. See, everyone's got an opinion about this. I was like, but my grandma makes the best this. I'm okay. Yeah, provided I give the right ingredients, my grandma makes the best strawberry pie, yeah. And then all my friends gather around and talk about it. Who am I? Like Jeopardy. Okay, my dad's banana bread definitely solos whatever banana bread your relatives are making. I bet thousands. Yes. Also, ow, my shoulder. Because this thing is too high up, I guess. There's a purple version of me. Yeah. My dad is a pretty master chef, though, actually. Because when he was sick, for like the billions of years that he was sick, that's one of the only things that he could really do. So he just like spent a zillion years watching Alton Brown and going to like spice shops and getting spices and experimenting with stuff. You ain't beating my dad. My dad sweat it off. Like actually, he's sweating. So I don't think you can beat my dad in any of those categories. Yeah, no, the cook and grind set was present. There's not a lot of opportunity to do anything about that. That's the please see me. I see you. I don't know, that was a funny way to say it. You are seen. Consider yourself seen. I need my chair to be in a better position so I can play the game and you are all witnessed. Let his eyes gaze to the chat. Went his gaze. I really need to solve this issue. Am I rotating it the wrong way? I am. This. I'm gonna lower this a little, maybe. I don't know. It's not at a good height. I can't play FNAF. Literally, the only time I laugh, I played FNAF. I was so drunk. That's the only way I could do it. Because otherwise, it doesn't even freak me. It's not fun, you know? I want it to be fun. It's not fun if, like, I don't know. Horror doesn't really, it's not fun for me. I don't know. I don't like the suspense. It doesn't make me feel alive. It just makes me feel weird and not good. GD Master? Question mark? Damn. Excessive skill. Look at you, you're like Bowser after getting defeated and he's like, no, this can't be! Ugh! And he falls into the star and explodes. That's you, Matt. You're no different. I'd say Matt and Bowser are basically like the same guy. Like I'm putting my hair in a man bun. Beat your first hard demon? Congratulations. Welcome to the hard demon club, I guess. Absolute unit of destruction, thank you for the sub. Put a bald cap on? I don't think I could fit my hair under a bald cap at all. I spent most of last night like getting rid of all the knots in my hair, and it took an hour and a half. Like 90 minutes. There's so much of it. I had like a Gordian knot on each side of my head. I was like, oh my god. It's been so humid lately. And I like haven't actually like brushed my hair in like a week. It was like, oh my god. nice. Brush my hair more. Well, okay, I learned that lesson. I legit haven't showered in like 2 days, though, because, like, I need to go to the laundromat. And that is something I've been putting off, because I don't want to go to the laundromat. But after about 2 days, it's like, okay, this needs to, you know what I mean? Like, that's where it ends. That's where it's gotta end right there. You don't really go to 3. So, I guess that's what I'm doing tonight. Ow. I still hold that 2 days isn't that bad, though. I don't know. I'm not doing activities that actively... I'm, 1, not doing activities that actively invoke sweat. And 2, I'm not a teenager anymore. Very different story. Yeah. Look, I'm just speaking the truth, that's all. My hair takes a while before it starts getting, like, greasy and weird. Okay. I think the actual longest I've gone without showering has been like 2.5 weeks, because I was on vacation in New Hampshire. And we were living in like in a cabin in the woods. We didn't care about no showering. That was not on the itinerary. We were out in the middle of nowhere pretty much for 2.5 weeks. So I don't think there was a shower. There was the lake. You know? But we were out there, man. We did jump into the lake. One hour after the shower. That is unfortunate. Look, you know what you guys don't understand is before this whole internet thing, I was not very online at all. I actually spent majority of my time outside, and I would frequently go on these like longer trips outside of civilization for a while. And it wasn't just me. Like, it was me and my friend. We weren't doing nothing like that. You know what I mean? It was cool. We lived up in that, like, little cabin for 2 weeks. There was a trail to run on. We were both runners at the time. We climbed up Mount Washington, since we were nearby to there. That was really cool. The house had, like, 4 dogs, but they were kind of like how cats are, where they just, like, roam outside all the time. They were really cool dogs. You just, like, find them hanging around, and you can, like, hang out with them. And they were really happy dogs, as you probably expect. Considering they were living, like, on a lakeside, and you can walk around these jungles and stuff. And then I got a grass allergy. Womp womp. Yeah, womp womp. UFO is fun when you care about it. Otherwise, it's kind of whatever. But if you care about it, it's really fun to like calculate everything and be like, all right, this won't kill me if I do this, and then this, and this, and this. It's very like meticulous the way you do it, and I like that about it. Okay. Hardest country to memorize. It's probably some like Pacific Island nation that I don't remember the name of. No, not them. I remember them. It's gotta be one I don't remember. Like you said, I'm like, that's a country? That's the... What the hell? That was me, that wasn't the mouse. My hand glitched and did a double click. Like the muscles in my hand spasmed or something. I don't even know. No, I know Papua New Guinea. I know Burundi. Yeah, my hand loves double clicking. I need to find a way to loosen. Does anyone feel like their shoulders is too tense while they're playing? Like I need to find a way to like I don't know how to get that to not be so tense. Because I don't think it's super healthy. I hate that does so much. How do you become a better player? Instantly. Amphetamines, probably. If we're talking instant. Winning skill lottery. I did visit Japan recently, like June. Yeah, they probably just like make you not lose focus. That's what they do. Am I pronouncing the S that weird? I have a lisp on my S. It used to be way worse. I saw a speech pathologist for a while. Because when I say S, my tongue sticks out, but even though it still does that, I made it sound not so weird anymore. So that's good. Okay, I'll take 7.5 out of 10 for speaking. It's a hard factor to control. It's weird, because the speech pathologist tried really hard to get me to say S without my tongue opening, but for some reason I just psychologically cannot do it, or something is like, maybe it's even physical, I don't know, maybe there's something like saying S, I can't do it with my tongue behind my teeth, no matter what. It's weird. Nice. No! Why can't I get this run, dude? This is why I'll never beat the level. Like, I've never ever done that run in my life. That is why I won't beat it. Like, what will be any different when I'm actually there, right? There's just so much to do in a row, man. That's the stub your toe death right there. I wanted to do the run really bad too. I was really trying there. But alas, it did not happen. Five demons in a day bad. What's bad or good about any of that? That seems pretty neutral to me. Yeah, literally, I was literally trying to come up with something like that, but I couldn't do it. You win this round, Matt. But one day I'll be victorious. I'll be the winner and you'll be the loser. You'll see. Five dimples were exercised today. Dimples. Goals. Have you guys seen my new montage yet? It's pretty cool. Oh, midnight, thank you for the 100 bits. Well, I'm mad, but not at midnight. happy with Midnight, actually. Let's say I feel positively towards him. Yeah, Phineas and Ferb is my favorite childhood show. That and The Amazing World of Gumball were the goats. Phineas and Ferb and Amazing World of Gumball are my goats in terms of comedy. And then Gravity Falls is just a different thing. Like, I would still watch that now. I don't know how they got that on air, actually. Cool. I watched Adventure Time, but the plot, like, got, like... I couldn't follow it because I didn't have a lot of time to watch TV. So occasionally I wouldn't watch for a long time, and then I'd be like, what are they doing over here? That's the problem I had with Adventure Time. It was still, I still remember Gravity Falls. I started watching the first episode, and my mom was like, what is this? Turn this off immediately! And I'm just like, watch a sec. And she's like, okay, I'll allow it. And then by the end, my mom was like, hey, when is the next episode of Gravity Falls coming out? We need to watch it together. And I'm like, what do you... I thought, what was it? You had a prom before, didn't you? And she's like, it's over now. It's all over. The whole family's gathering. Every episode will be watched. And I'm like, okay. Doesn't seem universe, same story. I couldn't follow it because... you know, I wasn't watching all the time, and then they'd be like, it was like normal, and then the next episode would be in space, and there was 8 characters I've never heard of, and I'd be like, okay, cool, see, I guess, I don't know what the hell is going on. The thing about Amazing World of Gumball and Gravity Falls, like, it didn't matter, you know, you could not watch forever. No, Gravity Falls is actually goated. Like, it's just legitimately a good show. It's like a top-tier anime, like, animated like a kid's cartoon. I don't know how else to describe it. That is the best way I can put it. That they somehow got on a kid's channel. I don't know how. Probably a lot of stuff didn't make it through, if I had to imagine. It was the exact pacing of like a really good anime too, where like the start is like la la la, and then the plot just goes like ha 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 ha, and then you're like oh, I can't stop watching now. Okay. Steins Gate formula. Yeah, I would. Actually, it's that good. Like, it's so good. I don't know how it got so good. It's like a mystery to me. The characters are awesome. Everything is, it's a good, really good, I don't know how they put it, I don't know. It's one of those mystery shows. They definitely took a chance with it, and it was like a major hit, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure like everyone watched that. Oh my god, yeah. That episode. That episode had us all doing that one pose, like, we were all of us in the family looking around at each other. That was so good. It was so good. I like... Please don't play my story. I don't care no more. I was gonna say something, but then I forgot it. Sometimes, like, a kid show will produce an episode of something so good or so funny that it's just everyone needs to see it. There was this one episode of The Amazing World of Gumball so funny that I still think about it. It was like called The Procrastinator or something. And it was like so good. One of the funniest episodes of anything I've ever seen in my life. And Amazing World of Gumball was just like that. Like you'd have like 3 episodes that were just like okay or whatever, and then you'd have like the most insanely funny thing you've ever seen in your life presented to you, and it's just like okay. Phineas and Ferb was the same way. There was like some episode, I don't even remember. There was like any episode in Phineas and Ferb like really focusing on Dr. Doofenshmirtz was usually one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Almost exclusively. There was this one where like Doofenshmirtz like made like a genie to grant him 3 wishes or something, and then he wastes one of them on like having all the snacks in the apartment trying to attack Perry, and it was like the funniest thing I've ever seen. And it was real. It's like I don't know. It's so good. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is just the goat. I like regular show and Amazing World of Gumball for different reasons. I like just how sudden regular show goes to like complete insanity. Like I like that about it. But Gumball's slow build is really good too. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Regular Show High is a really good... They made that for that reason, maybe. I'm not sure. It's so good. That's gotta be, like, the other reason. They just act like stoners the whole time, and then insane things happen. Like, it's so genius. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. The characters are just, yeah. It's so good. This is 17 on the demon list. I don't know, a lot of kids' cartoons hold, like, especially from when I was growing up, hold a very important, like, style of comedy, which is, like, comedy that's just simply funny. It doesn't matter what age you are, it's not pandering to a specific group, you know? It's just simply funny, which is hard to do, but it's really impressive to see people who are, like, really good at it. Even then, Gravity Falls had some episodes. Like, you know, that one episode with the shapeshifter guy. That had some creepy things going on. I don't know how they got some of that on air. even I was like, damn, what the hell? Yeah, and then that part, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Steven Universe and me just never really clicked well. It felt kind of directionless. I don't hate the premise, but it felt kind of directionless. It just kind of decided. It feels like with the shows I really like, they have a pretty clear vision, start to finish, on what they're kind of trying to do. Steven Universe is just like, I don't know, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do that. I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. Pacing, balancing was weird. Yeah, and the main character is just kind of annoying. Let's be real. But still, overall, Tiffany's Perfect my favorite. It's just so good consistently. I like the football X7 episode. Like, how do you come up with that concept? The concepts are just wild in that show. That's the thing. Like, conceptually, it's so ridiculously impressive. The kind of... I don't know. You can just tell the people that made it are kind of like, they're just one of the people that just have like ideas constantly coming to their head, and I feel like that, so it's very relatable, you know, like when it comes when all these like insane concepts get brought up. Like, the show almost reminds me of like if you took every dream I have every night and then just made it a bit more like real, and then you put it into a show, and it's like, you could do it. You can make a Phineas and Ferb episode out of most insanity concepts, which is awesome. Oh yeah, the Amazing World of Gumball had that one. There was another episode that was super funny where they were just like making fun of the Chinese ripoff version of them for an entire episode, and they included one part where they just started talking about stuff that would get the show completely banned in China. That was really funny. That was one of the funniest episodes of anything I've ever seen in my life. That was so ridiculously funny. You gotta wonder how the people over in China that are copying the show felt seeing that. Like, that's so... It's just over. Like, you're just owned right there. It's over for you. My biggest regret? My biggest regret? I don't really do regrets, to be honest with you, because I've always kind of made choices throughout my life that reflect who I am as a person at that time, and I've always kind of been true to that. And anytime I usually make a decision I don't agree with, I think about it and rationalize the actual response I wanted to give like a day later. So I don't really have a lot of events looking back that I'm like, I wish that I did this differently. I guess. Maybe that's a bit of ego, but even stuff I would do differently now, I didn't at the time, and I can imagine the me that existed at that time wouldn't have, so. You know, we're always growing and changing. too early. I heard it. I heard the click and I was like, no. It's over. That's unfortunate. God, there's so much mucus in my throat today, dude. Ugh. It's really frustrating and annoying. I haven't played Super Mario Ball yet, but I am gonna go Gun Gun. I like the noises that Gun Gun makes. I'll probably shoot one on a weekend or something. Me too, yeah. Best dog breed? I mean, there's a lot of different dog breeds out there, and I more believe in the personality of the dog. Although I haven't met a lot of Chihuahuas I like. But outside of that, I mean, who else is a Jack Russell? I've heard Jack Russells can be a little annoying. But I like mine a lot. I really like Siberian Huskies, although I never own one just because I don't have that much space. But I think Siberian Huskies are super cool. I like their blue eyes. And in contrast to the gray fur. I just think it looks sick as hell. Jim, thanks for the sub. Huskies don't seem aggressive. You know? They seem more like endurance dogs, you know? Like they could run forever. And handle the cold and such. I got to go percent yesterday. Nice. My dad used to have this like gigantic Great Dane. I never got to see it, but I've seen pictures. It's huge. I remember apparently the Great Dane stood up and was like half of the way to my dad, who's 6 foot. Like, it was crazy. It's one of the most emotional things I've ever seen in my life was we were in Washington, D.C. I was like 17 or something, and I went to Washington, D.C. because my parents used to live there. And we were going on vacation there, seeing old friends they were. And my dad visited, my parents visit an old friend's house. And this dog comes limping to the door. My dad immediately almost starts crying because this dog is 20 years old. And my dad was like 1,000,000% sure he was never going to see that dog ever again. But there was the dog right there. And, like, this wave of emotion immediately came over all of us because it was like, I don't know how to describe it, you know what I mean? And the dog, you know, perked up and was happy to see us all, and it was like, wow. Still kicking. That was a really good death, by the way. Really, really good. But yeah, that made me really emotional to see. I hope my dog lives to be old. She's still got the energy in her. Even if she's 13. The energy is still within her. That death made me pretty emotional too. Okay, relax. It's like a Twitter reply that would get like double the amount of likes as the original. Right there. There. No, 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 no. See, whenever I just become a singer whenever I die in that wave. I have to like stop myself. I think the reason dog deaths make me so frustrated is because we made them basically depend on us, you know what I mean, as human beings. And they basically can only exist because of us now, because of what we did to them. You know? So when you take that and then, you know, don't give it the thing it needs to survive, and then it can't survive on its own and it dies, that's what makes me mad. That's why I get so much more mad than like any other like that. I get so upset when like an animal dies to negligence or abandonment or something. And here's the thing, better for worse, we made dogs this way, okay? It is your responsibility if you're going to have a dog to, you know. Yeah. I'm always like, I don't want to be like, I don't know how to describe it, but there's always a little part of me that's scared of myself because I can keep my emotions pretty well controlled, but like if I saw something like that happen, like if I saw somebody abusing an animal, I would lose control entirely. Like that's one of the, that's on my list of things that would completely make me go berserk. You know what I mean? The problem is I'm not like a normal guy going berserk. I'm still a second-degree black belt. That happened. I know how to do damage, and I would. And I'd probably go to jail for like assault and stuff like that. Like, but I would know all that, and I'd still do it. That's the problem. I'm not trying to say like, look at this evil power resting with me. No, I just went to Taekwondo for 5 years. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I know what I'm doing, and I guess in learning about all of that, I don't know how to describe. I did it up until I was like 18, and The truth is, knowing how to do that much damage, because I don't know if you guys, if for those of you who are in martial arts, the way that they did it is they like invited you to an honor program when they were like, it was more about a morals thing, and then you take extra classes, and they would teach you like actually legitimately dangerous like chokeholds and ways to like do real serious damage, because they didn't want to just like teach that to like everyone just because you signed up for the course. You know what I mean? So they kind of had like a moral filtering system or something at my place, and learning about stuff like that brings the knowledge that like you're capable of that now. You know what I mean? And it's not quite so it's not so clear how you're supposed to feel about that, really. On the one hand, I'm probably safe from most interactions that don't involve a gun, I guess. You know, can't really do a lot about a gun. I'm not going to try to disarm them. They taught me how, but I'm still not, like... You know what I mean? Usually it's not worth it, but... You know. Yeah, it's just unsettling to actually know. The problem is going back to martial arts is my parents were paying for it up until I became 18, and you know what else is about martial arts? It's really expensive. Yeah. Or anyway, disarming a gun, even if you're able to do it, it's just stupid. It's a stupid idea. They just have to pull the trigger and you could die. And most people aren't going to, like, straight up just shoot and kill you. Even if they want to, because, like, you could really, you know, you could go to jail forever. You could, you know. So most people aren't going to go ahead and do that. Just remember to get insurance and it'll be fine. But some people want to play the hero when they die. It's sad. That's another thing. You don't interact with someone who has a knife. You also just stop. Disarming a knife is more realistic than a gun, though, because they can't just, you know, press a button and kill you. But especially 9 times out of 10, you don't want to. You know, don't take your chances. Probably not gonna do nothing to you. Also, yeah, if you run away from them, are they gonna throw the knife at you? Throwing knives? Probably not. Pixel murder mystery ass move. For real. I can't say I'm very scared about someone with a hammer. You have to use a lot of force and time to hit someone with a hammer. You know? When I think about a hammer, I think at least 2 hands. Like, you're not just wielding that with one hand. And you're gonna have, like, at least a full second before that lands. If they do hit you, you're in trouble. Yeah, but they won't. How would you ever? Depends. I guess I can't. I've never fought someone with a hammer, or thought about fighting anyone. I don't know what I would do. I guess so. I guess you guys have a good point here. I am prepared for this. I guess. Well, it depends on how if they're swinging it above their head, you could like elbow them in the stomach. But then where would the hammer go? Right? If it's already like this, it's just gonna keep going down because it's heavy. It's a hammer. I don't know what the hell I would do. Yeah, dodge? What if it's a sideways hit, though? You just move back? I guess, like, in any situation, the best move would probably be to just take, like, 2 steps backward, and there's no way the hammer is hitting you anymore. Thank you, Agar. Yeah, it's fun to, like, theory craft, like... What if they throw the hammer? There's no way. This isn't a hammer heavy? Like any hammer that can do serious damage? And one alpha helix. By the way, my response to your tweet, if I was still on Twitter right now, which I'm not, would be, I saw it and then I forgot to respond, but I think one of the main things people haven't been talking about is, like, if Rob continued to not raid extremes he didn't like, because he only raided, like, 1 extreme every, like, month, and it was usually an easy extreme for, like, most of 2018. And stuff like that. Crimson Planet didn't get raided, a lot of other hard levels didn't get raided just because he didn't feel like it. If he continued to act like that, then people would have had to have some level of quality, and the top levels we see now would be entirely different. So Cuban Circles would not have been rated. You know, that a lot of levels at the top simply would not have been, like, Avernus wouldn't have been rated. These levels would not have been rated. But it's different now. AMD definitely wouldn't have been rated, yeah. And people would still make hard levels, but they'd be very different quality. Also, I think if Sonix verified his Sonic Wave Infinity back in, like, 2017, 2018 when he was playing it, that would have changed the community a lot. That would have been top 1 by a lot when he was doing it. That's probably why he didn't do it, of course, but... I'm just saying. Xander hacking Zodiac was huge. Sadie, why do you think of this stuff? Yeah, mad at Zodiac and Fusion Z, although I don't know how much Fusion Z would have affected the whole outcome of everything. You know what, though? I still hold that without Cataclysm, we would have ended up with levels like this eventually. I think that the Hell theme in general is a very, it's a very consistent theme throughout. And also, Dim Rain's songs are just genuinely good for GD. I think people would have found At the Speed of Light anyway. You know. I think people explore new guns all the time looking for stuff, especially as far as now. Cataclysm is the most influential level in the game, but I think without it, people still would have found the way to make levels like that, even if they would be completely different from what we know. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Dim Rain might be the most influential music artist in our history, honestly. So much came from him. There's also smaller stuff, like if Blast CFB stayed around, he would have been probably the best player in the world for many years. If he chose to be. He probably could have been legitimately like uncontested until like if he kept playing consistently until like 2018 or something, 2019. Yeah, Blasiep quit. Scullo, I don't know. Scullo started really strong, but then I think his motivation kind of quit on him. The only player really on par with Sonics in 2018 would have been Matt. And Brian was also super good. Can't let us forget. I'm good at GD, Minecraft, Osu, and Celeste. That's probably enough for me. I have no intent on trying TF2 at all. Someone will surpass Zoink. Even if it takes years, I mean. Ah, cool. Yeah, Luke is probably the GOAT. If I voted for best player of all time, I'd probably put Luke, just in general. But yeah, like, no one can stay at the top forever if the game keeps expanding, because Zoink is gonna get old, and then new people you've never even heard of are gonna pop up. It's an endless cycle. You have to understand, it's an endless cycle. Even if you think we've reached the end of the cycle, we have not reached the end of the cycle. I think another part of it that people don't really talk about as much is about what you're willing to put up with. Because a lot of older players will see a lot of levels, new levels, and go, oh, not worth my time. I don't like that skill set. But newer players that are coming into the game don't have such strong opinions about things like that. And they'll play a lot of the newer, harder stuff that had like different skill sets that maybe people aren't playing as much. And that's what they get good doing. But then when 2.2 comes out, maybe there's going to be a lot more features and a lot of ways to make difficulties that maybe players today aren't used to. And even the best are going to be like, well, I don't really feel like playing that because that's annoying and it's not really GD to me. But the next generation that comes in, that's going to be GD to them. And they're going to get good at that. And thus pass the previous. Eyelash. Death. You think Doggy's 12? That's not true. It is not true. Doggy is on his way to adulthood, like right now. So that's a fun thought, you know? I don't know, dog went through puberty pretty normally, I'd say. All things considered. Can I get this eyelash out of mine? No. Hold on. The dog is very normal in that regard. Stop! There's an eyelash! Ugh. Sorry. It's annoying me, it's what it is. It's pissing me off. That's so annoying, dude. Sometimes the Chipotle near me will just decide it's not taking orders for the day online, and you have to go into the store. I don't know why they do that. It's so annoying. No other Chipotle does that. Like, on the thing, they don't do that. They're just like, oh, no more of that, I guess. It's really cool is what it is. I'm 22, let's go. Isn't it crazy how fast time has been flying? I remember being 19 like 2 seconds ago, and now I'm not 19 anymore, I'm 21. Yeah. Yeah, now I've been out of it for how many years now? 3? That's cool. If there was a second high school, it'd be my junior year. I guess that's college then. Yeah, but I'm not, so. If there was a second high school. I'm glad I'm not the only old fart still hanging around here. I'm not so pressed over it, because, like, the friend group I met in 2018 over GD, like, we're all just IRL friends that hang out, like, some of us hang out all the time, some of us hang out, like, once a year. I've got a good network of friends now, and we're all around the same age, so I don't feel so cripplingly, impossibly old, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's nice at least. But you know what though? There's a lot of us. Even though it seems like there's not. Well, I explained this yesterday, but my theory is, like, there's always more people coming into the internet than people growing up. Like, the base of people, especially the way people are raising kids now, there's, like, just hordes of people coming into the internet that are younger than anyone previous. And that's just how it is. And as a result, it looks like there's less and less old people. Which is not true. It's just there's more younger people consistently than older people, but we still all exist, you know, we didn't just evaporate or anything. Thanks, Squidward, thank you for the sub. How you doing, dude? It's funny, like, the average age of the content creators of a game have something to do with, like, when it got popular, I think. Because, like, when you look at like Clone Hero, like Guitar Hero's active like content creator base, they're all like 24. You know what I mean? It's not usually like because it was popular like, you know, then like the early 2010s and everything like that is when it was like super big. Minecraft, everyone's like 27. You know what I mean? Because it was a less physically demanding game, but the people who started making content for were, you know, a certain. It's like it's a very like there's some sort of relationship there. Cool. Yeah, GD content creators are all like 18, 22. Because when, you know, the game got popular and how old we were and everything like that. But, like, the best players will always be, like, 15 years old. We were all in middle school in 2015. How many years ago is 2015 now? 8? I was in like 8th grade. Damn. Yeah, the best players are 15 years old. That's what I'm saying though. Like the best players in any community are usually young. And, like, the content creators are usually more reflective of when the game was super popular and, like, how old those people would have been. Because in order to really, like a game so much that you devote, like, most of your life, or not most of your life, but, like, a period of your life to, like, making content about it, you have to, like, it's got to be a part of you. You know what I mean? Like, in a way more so than just, like, you know, I played it a bit as a kid. It's like, it's got to be what you did, you know? Well, Kai doesn't give, and we don't really consider. I mean, you saw the poll. We don't consider him to be one of our content creators. He's just there. But yeah, I mean, like, you're kind of defined in a way by the content you consume when you're a kid, as we're, you know, finding out more and more. And, you know, what was happening in the early 2010s? In the early 2010s, we had stuff like GD and Minecraft coming out, which are the two games I play the most as of now. You know, we had, like, Super Paper Mario, we had, like, Undertale coming out near the end of that. We had all these things that kind of make me now. And I just grew up with all of them, so they kind of made me become the things I enjoy today. And I'm sure it's happening to kids now, but we're not the same generation. We can't understand what it is they get out of it. But it's probably the same thing, like, adults couldn't understand why like, stuff like Undertale spoke to us, or, I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know why the hell I didn't play Osu. I could have been so good. I get mad about it every day that I think about it. Like, why did I pick up Osu in 2020, bro? 2020! I could have been a god. No, it's so sad. Actually, that's just a blatant lie, because I was in such a room where if I made too much noise, my parents yelled at me. So there was no way I was playing Mania or anything. Absolutely 0% chance. There's no way. So actually, that's my biggest regret right there, though. Honestly, one of those, like, I really wish I did that is I would really wish I played Osu as a kid. Because I like it so much, but I'm so bad at it. You know what I mean? But I could have been good because that's how the brain works. But I just didn't. That's my biggest regret right there. I finally came up with one. I think last time I avoided it because it was like, it just kind of looked like in, like, I don't know, I avoided anime a lot as a kid. Because it was just creepy to me. And a lot of it is still creepy. Getting older, I learned to ignore the creepiness and enjoy the things that are actually really good about it. But you have to understand, as a kid, the things I saw about it, I was like, ugh, I don't want to associate with that. And I think Osu's kind of in the same vein for me. Where I was like, I didn't want to associate with it. Because there's a lot of weird stuff in anime. It takes, literally, the only reason I hate it is because of that. Like, it just takes the right guy to, like, show you the correct things so you don't, so you realize, oh, it's actually good stuff in here that isn't just, you know, porn. Because let's be real, a lot of popular anime, everyone's like, you have to watch this. It's just porn. That's all it is. Okay? And I'm not gonna sit there watching that. I need, you know, good shows. And there are good shows, but it's hard. You gotta find the right guy to show you the stuff that actually doesn't suck in order for you to get into it, I think. It's either porn or the male fantasy of having like a million girls pay attention to you all the time and you doing nothing the whole time. That one honestly pisses me off even more than the other one, maybe. I wasted a whole day because my friends were like, you need to join this voice call right now. We're going to do something really stupid. And I was like, that sounds stupid. Okay, I'll do it. And I joined and we watched the first season of Quintessential Quintuplets. Wow, that was the biggest waste of a day ever, maybe ever. But we sat there and watched it all. They were right, it was stupid. That whole show asked the brave question, what if a guy did nothing and had 5 girls thirst over him the whole time? Whew. That was a difficult watch, and I mean that, like, okay, we had watched Food Wars before that. Food Wars is way easier to watch than that. Maybe closer to the porn thing, but it was, like, funny. You know what I mean? They're, like, when you're watching with friends, there's stuff to make fun of in there. Quintessential Quintuplets was just, I can't even put it into words. I was really mad. Because I was like, the whole time I was thinking they made the show for a specific group of people and they enjoyed it. They made the show for a specific group of people and they enjoyed it. That makes me insane. You know what I mean? Food Wars is just funny. You know, you know. But yeah. Whew. It's scary that people actually think of women like that. You know what I mean? Or think that's, you know, it freaks me out. It freaks me out, man. It was stuff like that that made me not want to watch anime for the longest time. And you want to know, it started, I'll tell you where my hatred of anime started when I was a kid. And Sword Art Online was on the TV because my brother was watching it. And there was like some scene that came up that I was like, what the hell are you watching? And he was like, I don't know. And then it all started from there. That's why I didn't watch it until I was like 16 or something, because I was just like absolutely not watching any of that. No, no, no. I have also met people that see women like anime girls. Like the way they talk about women is like they talk about them like they're like NPCs that you can control the dialogue of, that have very set behavioral patterns that they can control. And that's about one of the creepiest kind of people you can ever meet in your life, I'd argue. Like, I get so uncomfortable. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've been to high school, I'm sure. You probably met people that are like that. And it's crazy how, like, quickly those people will start talking about it to you. It's like instant. It's weird, man. Yeah, they became Tate stands. There's like a group of people that whatever the current big thing is that objectifies women in some way, that's what they're doing. And they just become whatever character is popular at that time while they're popular, and then they wait for the next one, and then they become them. Really normal people. Yeah. Yeah, eventually you get used to the weird stuff, or like, not used to it, but you know what shows to avoid, and when you're like a good show and it just comes up for a second, you're like, oh yeah, they just put that in there. You gotta ignore it and move on. Tate apologists are like the hardest people to get through to of all time because they're convinced you're the one who's been brainwashed. But it's crazy because like you'll show them like, well, here's him admitting to forcing women into a sex trafficking ring. It happened. Here's witness testimony, and also some of them are underage. Any thoughts? And they're like, haha, you've been brainwashed, and and I'm just like, what is right? If any other person in the entire universe that happened to, why would you even say those? That's just like disrespectful to. It's weird. I haven't farmed. My mania rank is so low, but I'm way better than that. I haven't farmed in a zillion years. I'm about to get so much better at mania, guys. This is great. I'm really excited. Jack Nolan, thank you for the gift sub. It's all right, dude. No, guys. You guys don't get it. I'm about to get so much better at mania. I logged onto my computer this morning, and my Steel Series thing is like, congratulations, your Apex Pro has been updated to have rapid trigger now. Really? So it does it? So we'll find out what that means later today. I think I might get way better at the game just completely randomly. It is rapid trigger, huh? That just kind of automatically makes my Apex Pro looting, so that's pretty cool. So I think my core jack skill is no longer going to be an issue anymore. So that's exciting. I'm actually really excited. Yeah, Apex Pro becomes looting now. I'm not even kidding. I download the Steel Series firmware thing. Apex Pro just became a looting. Literally the only problem I have with the Apex Pro is the switches on the arrow keys aren't the good ones. Well, I mean, they're still really, really good, but you can't turn on rapid triggers. I can't use them for Celeste. But whatever! I don't know, I don't have a looting. I guess I do now. Does this count now? I'd say. It also has the 0.1 actuation, so. No, it would not benefit that much. But yeah, it was so funny to receive that, like, I don't even know, there's nothing to compare that to. Like, it's such a massive thing for it to just put under screen like that. It feels like I'm playing a tycoon and I just like unlocked an upgrade that like doubles my production, and you're just like, oh yeah, the billions per second has been upgraded to trillions per second, great. But it's like real life and it just happened, and I did nothing for it. Very, very excited to see how Mania feels on it. Well, I'm not expecting beta Dan to epsilon. It's still your fingers that have to do the work. but I think it benefits people like me a lot who aren't exactly so physically good at the game. I can do even less motion to achieve more result. I've always been so bad at note speed in comparison to all my other skills. Good, because I can't jack. That's the main thing I can't do. Jack and density stuff is the hardest stuff for me. No, thank you for the sub. I listen to a bunch of different kind of stuff. I'm looking to branch out a bit more. I listen to mostly hip hop, rap, metal, some electronic music. It's like my main genres: breakcore, psytrance. I listen to a lot of. I listen to some ambient, like ethereal stuff, but I'm trying to find more stuff like that. Slipknot's my favorite. Pantera's I like a lot. Neb, Liviscaris, I don't remember how you pronounce it. Slaughter to Prevail. ICDD. It's definitely metal. I'm not. Some people will argue it's not, but whatever. What do you know? I like jazz, but I haven't heard enough of it that I really like. But I have heard really, really, really good jazz. I just haven't found jazz that I keep listening to day after day. But I'm looking. No, hardcore is too, I don't know. I don't like it that much. Not to say I don't like, I really like some electronic music. Brack is thinking for the sub. I like heavy metal. You should listen to Slaughter to Prevail. I put disco usually in the same category as electronic, or at least the kind I listen to. Even if there's a lot of lyrical work, it still feels like the beat's kind of what's making it a lot of the time, and stuff like that. Why did I just get a friend request, and how did it show up? Sometimes things just happen on my computer that haven't happened in one, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, sometimes I'll just be on my computer, and an alert will pop up, or something will happen that over the course of the last 8 zillion years has not popped up, and I don't know how such a thing happens. It's like jarring. Music is pretty sick though. I'm a big fan of it. I want to find more songs like Doom Butterfly, but it's hard because it seems really kind of one of a kind. I can't listen to pop. I can't listen to music where it feels like a corporate guy is trying to make me feel the happiest possible. I can't do it. Like when the beats are like manufactured to feel like Euphoria or something. I don't know how else to describe it. And I mean, all music's trying to, you know, do something, but it just feels so corporate in a way that I can't describe. There's been good pop artists, but it's just like I don't know. Not a genre I find myself coming back to. I am Npesta. Yeah, I like songs that try to. My favorite songs are songs that try to make you like really feel a certain way or put you in a certain place. That's my favorite thing. Yeah, listen to plenty of rap. I don't know how deep some of you guys are into MF Doom, but if you've never heard Phasers, a lot of you guys probably haven't heard Phasers by MF Doom because it's under King Ghidorah, which is one of his aliases. And so a lot of people when they're listening to MF Doom songs don't find that, but definitely check out a song called Phasers. It's super good. And yeah, that whole album has some great stuff going on. Their donation ever popped up. Wow. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's Streamlabs broke or something. Usually, at least makes a noise and then pops up. No, I don't like Cardi. It's hard for me to remember artists. My name memory is really bad. I listen to a whole bunch of artists. It's like Heggy, Denzel, Kendrick, Vince Staples, a million other people that aren't immediately coming to my brain. Mac Miller. Literally so many people like Freddie Gibbs. Like a million. My brain won't generate names that easily. Even though I listen to them all the time. It just won't do it. Yes, Tyler the Creator. Like I literally listen to like Tyler all the time and I still can't. Like my brain is so bad with names. It's crazy. Camilla is my favorite electronic artist. Heart of Android's one of my favorite albums of all time, period. Like, it's so good. The atmospheres that Heart of Android creates is just another level. Like, I mean that. Literally just another level. It's so good. I can't bring myself to listen to Kanye. Favorite breakcore? Probably Gore Shit. Which is like a generic ass answer, but I mean so many hits and so many, I don't know, just like so many songs that I keep coming back to, so. But in this moment, in the retina of my eyes, one of the most powerful songs I've ever heard in my life. It feels like you unleashed an ancient, 1,000-year-old being that's killing everything right now. That's what it feels like. Tony has got some really good songs. I like Staple and Smile. Vocaloid, there's some good Vocaloid, actually. Break It is Vocaloid. I love that song. Looking for Edge of Ground. I like that song a lot. There's a song called Magnet I like. No, Hyperpop. No, 100 Gex. Coca-Cola is a Newgrounds artist, although they have Spotify stuff. And Coca-Cola released this banger of an album called The Angel, the Demon, which I recommend anyone listen to that likes getting in their own head. That's the song that came out like a year ago called The Watcher. Not even a year ago, like less than that. It's really good. Favorite Creo song is Dimension by a lot. Spirit's pretty good too. Definitely not carnivores. I don't like carnivores. Probably a lot of its mental connotation, though. Let's be real. Check out, here's an album you guys have probably never heard. There's an album by a band named Macari called Hyper Real. Super, super, super good. And not an artist that a lot of people listen to, so check it out if you like music. Gear, taking now Phase is just playing in my head. I don't like country music at all because it all sounds the same to me. Maybe my ear just isn't finely tuned enough, and I don't like the concepts that are being discussed. Maybe. If it speaks to you, I mean, I get it. It just doesn't really speak to me. You know, I don't got the same morals and wants in life, you know? But some people do, and it speaks to them. And that's cool, if it speaks to you. That's all music really is. Does it mean anything to you that matters? Truck. Girl. Beer. Freedom! We have a new song. It's just not my lifestyle, you know? Some talk about their gun. I know it's pronounced it like that. I wonder if the gun issue will ever get any better, or no. Oh, Zozo, thank you for the sub. Okay, what about, like, we think that, what about, like, if, let's say humanity survives another 1,000 years? Do you think maybe Zen will be able to do anything about it? Do I count myself as a comfort streamer? I mean, I'm not really anything other than what other people see me as. I can imagine people could see me as a comfort streamer. But I think in order to be like a more objective comfort streamer, I would have to stream at the same time every day consistently for like years. Which, while I do stream pretty consistently right now, it's not really enough where you can depend on me being at a certain place at a certain time. I think I'm more so just like, oh, that guy's live, let's go. No one gonna, you know, one of those sort of situations. I think cover streamer's a bit more dependency, which, you know, I don't even know. I think I'm more so a background streamer. A lot of people put me on in the background while they do stuff. YouTube streams are good for background noise. Especially because the way that I stream is very podcasty. I'm always talking about topics and stuff like that, so it's very, like, you can still give it, like, you're giving it enough of your attention where you're still getting the whole experience while you're doing other stuff. Because you don't really need to watch the screen that much until, like, you know, you want to if I'm getting far or something. So I would paint myself more as, like, a background streamer, but not, like mindless background noise. I think people are still listening to what I'm saying, you know what I mean? I mean, that's why I have a chat that's talking, right? You can put me on in the background and then you think of something to say, so you pop in and say something, you know? If you want my opinion about it all. If you don't, then I'm sorry. Okay, I need to go. It's time to grab food, so no one's listening to me anymore. That was a terrible day. Nothing got done. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man. I'm trying as hard as I can, but, like, it's just not working. I don't know what it is I need to do in order to beat this level, dude. I swear to God, I'm trying. It's too hard. Well, Maya, that's why I'm ending. You think I want to talk to you? I got a radar signal. Maya incoming. Maya incoming. And it's like, oh, I have to get out of here. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving as quickly as I can. I need to get somewhere soon. Anger, frustration. But if we make it all the way to Saturday, I will do I'll probably stream Super Monkey Ball. I'll take a break. No, I don't. Watch this. I don't have to talk to you at all. Goodbye. No more conversation. Bye.